So, this spiritual teacher I'm talking about, whose name shall go unmentioned, out and out referred to themselves as a mystic. They didn't say, I've been described as a mystic, or people consider me a mystic. No, just as someone would say, I'm a doctor, or a lawyer, or plumber, or whatever it might be, and so forth and so on. This person said, I'm a mystic, and so on and so forth. I don't even remember the rest of the sentence, or frankly, what they were actually talking about. But, the bold declaration that this person made, self-describing themselves as a mystic, absolutely stunned me. I thought, where does somebody get off calling themselves something so lofty? And a title that's, reserved for what I thought was a very favored few. I mean, there was, something about this person unilaterally crowning themselves as a mystic that stopped me in my tracks. I wanted to ask, and how did you earn that title? And where's your membership card that validates you as a mystic? But then again, as a teacher of yogic wisdom traditions on the one hand, and a trained Western clinician on the other hand, I am well aware of the vast chasm between Eastern spiritual thought and our Western society's adherence to earned titles. I'm a credentialed, registered dietitian, nutritionist, for example. But how do you earn a title like mystic, right? So I went back and I reviewed the definition of a mystic, and I was quite surprised as it's a very loose term. One theology authority described a mystic as a person who claims to reach insights into mysteries that transcend ordinary human knowledge, and that's either by direct communication with the divine or immediate access to intuition during a state of spiritual ecstasy. A mystic, it's claimed, may cultivate these experiences through meditation, absolutely, or alternatively, a turning inward and allowing yourself to just abide in a space that makes a welcoming place for the sacred. And this could be out in nature or in contemplative prayer. Now, there is some disagreement as to whether one can be considered a mystic if you achieve this transcendence just, every once in a while, or it's basically an ongoing experience. But I'm going to go with the former definition that anytime you reach this state of ecstasy, you are in the realm of mysticism, and that makes you a mystic, baby. So currently in my masterclass course, Emotional Expansion, some of our students could definitely be considered mystics. They report these elevated states and are quite excited by them. And others, I'm confident, are on their way there. It's an exquisite state, and cannabis can be a potent amplifying agent in this equation. So what about you? Have you reached this elevated state where you momentarily or for longer forget that you are a separate personality, a separate self, and that you experience interconnectedness with all that is? If so, I believe that you have rights to call yourself a mystic, just like that spiritual teacher I was talking about. And now I know better. No one can give you a mystic test for entry into the membership. If you've experienced the mystical, hey, feel free to embrace the title for yourself. Remember, you don't have to wait for somebody to crown you. Where do you stand on this? What's been your experience? Are you a mystic, or are you one in training? Drop down to the comments section and share your thoughts on this. I'd really like to know. I'm Becca Williams, and I want you to lead your most magnificent life, and I want to help you do that.